Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome. So in the present video, we are going to look at the concept of lymphatic system. Please don't forget to subscribe and join my YouTube community for more videos. Okay, lymphatic system. What is lymphatic system? Lymphatic system is a vital part of the immune system that helps to protect the body from infections. So when we say lymphatic system is one of the very important system in our body, which is considered as one of the component of the immune system that's trying to help the body and protect our body from any organisms that can cause disease. So in briefly, is a system that is part of the immune system that protect our body from infections. And it also plays a crucial role in maintaining fluid balance within tissues. So you see, I think from here we can clearly understand that lymphatic system has two important roles. Number one, it has immune function, and then it also uh, important in maintaining fluid balance. So these are actually the two important functions of the immune system, of the lymphatic system. So very importantly, the system consists of a network of vessels, lymph nodes, and organs that work together to filter and transport lymph. So you see, these are actually some of the important components or the networks of this lymphatic system, which include vessels, lymph nodes, and the organs. And this is actually the lymphatic system and some important organs that are associated with this lymphatic system, where we have lymphatic vessels, bone marrow, spleen, thymus, tonsils, and intestines. All these are the component of the immune system. So now let's of course look at the component of the immune system as well as their structures and function. So the primary component of the lymphatic system include lymphatic vessels, lymph nodes, and lymph. So these are the major components of the lymphatic system. And then, of course, apart from the lymphatic vessels, lymph nodes, and lymph, we also have other important components, which include spleens, thymus, and tonsils, which aids in the immune response. So as we can see from here, so ladies and gentlemen, I think if you now ask a question on what is actually lymphatic system or explain lymphatic system, the first thing, define the functions of the lymphatic system, which I actually mentioned them. It is part of the immune system. It is part of the immune system that trying to protect the body against infections. And then it is very important in fluid balance. And then the component includes uh, lymphatic vessels, lymph node, and thymus. And then apart from that, spleens, thymus, and tonsils are also component of this lymphatic system. So this component, they work synergistically to detect and fight pathogens and remove waste from the body. So it means that these different components, they work hand in hand. They work together in order to detect and fight any pathogens as well as remove waste from the body that can actually cause problem in our body. So you see, these are the component of the lymphatic system. We have tonsils, thymus gland, lymph nodes, spleens, and then we have bone marrow. So all these are the components of the lymphatic system. So the next thing is then lymphatic vessels and circulation. So the lymphatic vessels generally collect excess fluids from tissues and then return it to the bloodstream. So that is what they do. They collect excess fluids from different tissues and then they will now return them to the bloodstream. That is why they are important, or it is important in maintaining fluid balance. So, and then very importantly, these lymphatic vessels, they have a thin walls and valves to ensure one-way flow, similar to the veins. So because they have a thin walls and the valves, that is why they ensure that the blood is flow in only one direction. So that is why there is one-way flow, which is similar to the veins. So the movement of lymph is facilitated by muscle contraction and respiratory movement. So the lymph movement, which is the fluid that is found in the lymphatic system, it is facilitated by muscle contractions and respiratory movement. So this is actually, of course, the different vessels of lymphatic system. Is, as we can see, we have artery, we have vein, we have lymphatic trunk, we have lymph node, and then we have blood capillaries, beat, we have tissue fluid, we have lymphatic capillaries. So these are the blood vessels that are very important in returning blood fluid or returning fluid from tissues into the blood, and they ensure that there is a one-way fluid flow due to the presence of walls and valves. So then the next thing is the functions of lymph nodes. So lymph node, it acts as a filter. So it's like a filter that trap bacteria and viruses and other harmful substances from getting into the body. So you need to actually understand from here, the lymph node is like a filter. And what it does, it filters and trap bacteria, viruses, and other harmful substances that can cause problem in our body. And very importantly, these lymph nodes, they also contain immune cells. And examples of these immune cells that are found in the lymph node include lymphocytes. And the major functions of lymphocyte, they attack and destroy pathogens, as we can see. Then we also have swollen lymph nodes. Swollen lymph nodes often indicate an active immune response to infection or illness. So that is actually whenever you see a swollen lymph node, is an indication that there is an active immune response to infection or illness. And there's a structure of the lymph nodes with different organs with different components where we have primary lymphoid follicle, paracortical area, medullary cord, medullary sinus, blood vessels, secondary lymphoid follicle, germinal center. All these are the components of the lymph nodes. So then the next thing is actually the role, the spleen and thymus. The spleen, it filters blood and removes old or damaged red blood cells and helps fight infections. So you see, the major role of spleen, it filters blood. And as a result of that filtration of the blood, it will remove old or damaged red blood cells. And also, it helps in fighting infections. And then, of course, the thymus is essential for the development of T lymphocyte. So the T lymphocyte is developed in the thymus, which is a type of the immune cell. So both organs, which is the spleen and the thymus, are vital for producing and maturing immune cells necessary for immune defense. So that is what they are doing. The spleen and the thymus, they are producing and also maturing immune cells in order to effectively protect the body against anything that can cause problem in our body, especially pathogens. And this is the anatomy of the spleen, where we have capsules, we have trabecular, vascular, sinusoids, white pulp, red pulp, and we have splenic artery, and then we have splenic vein. So this is the structure or the anatomy of the spleen. So the next thing is actually immune response and lymphatic system. The lymphatic system, it detects and responds to pathogens through immune cells located in the lymph nodes. So what does that mean? It means that the major work of the lymphatic system is to detect pathogens. Once maybe, let's say there is a virus trying to get into our body or bacteria. So it is the work of the lymphatic system to detect the bacteria or the virus. And then it will now respond to those bacteria, that is the pathogens, through the immune cells located in the lymph nodes. So then, of course, it facilitates the production of antibodies. So lymphatic system, It facilitates the production of the antibodies that target specific antigens. So in addition, this lymphatic system is very important in trying to produce antibodies in our body, which will be used to specifically target an antigens from microorganisms. So the system also plays a role in surveillance, identifying abnormal cells such as cancer cells. So you see, apart from the immune function, it also has a surveillance function where the lymphatic system will identify abnormal cells such as cancer in order to effectively remove them from the body. So this is the lymphatic system as well as the different organs, functions, and the diseases. So the next thing, of course, is the disorders of the lymphatic system. So lymphedema is a condition characterized by swelling caused by lymph fluid accumulation. So when we say lymphedema, it is one of the disorders of the lymphatic system where it is characterized by swelling. And this swelling is as a result of the colossal accumulation of lymph fluids. So that is why it swell. And then the next one after lymphedema is we have lymphadenitis. Lymphadenitis is the inflammation of lymph nodes, usually due to infection. So whenever there is, of course, from the word even TIS, TIS, it means that it's an infection. So lymphadenitis is an inflammation, is the inflammation of lymph nodes, usually due to the infection. So cancer such as lymphoma originates in lymphatic tissues affecting immune function. So you see here, there is a lymphoma, lymphadenitis, and lymphedema. These are examples of the three disorders that are associated with lymphatic system. So the next thing is summary and importance. So the lymphatic system is essential for immune defense and fluid regulation in the body. And very importantly, proper function of this system, it will help to prevent infections and maintain health. Therefore, understanding its component and function can aid in recognizing and managing related health condition. So ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are going to stop. Please don't forget to subscribe and join my YouTube communities for more videos. Thank you very much and see you next.